What if one man could lose everything and still come back to sit in the most powerful chair in the world? This is the story of Donald Trump, a life filled with towering skyscrapers, crushing failures, relentless ambition, controversy, and one of the most unexpected political comebacks in modern history. Donald John Trump was born on June 14, 1946, in Queens, New York City, into a family that already understood the language of business. His father, Fred Trump, was a disciplined and successful real estate developer who built affordable housing in Brooklyn and Queens. From a young age, Donald was surrounded by construction sites, negotiations, and the constant hum of ambition. But he wasn't always the polished businessman the world would later see. As a child, he was energetic, stubborn, and often difficult to control. At the age of 13, his parents made a decision that would shape his future. They sent him to the New York Military Academy. It was here, in a strict and disciplined environment, that Trump began to transform. The structure of military school taught him leadership, competitiveness, and the importance of winning. He thrived in this environment, becoming a star cadet and developing the confidence that would later define his public persona. After graduating, Trump attended Fordham University for 2 years before transferring to the Wharton School at the University of Pennsylvania, one of the most prestigious business schools in the United States. There, he studied economics and began to sharpen his understanding of finance and real estate. Unlike many students, Trump already had a clear vision. He didn't just want to join his father's business, he wanted to expand it, elevate it, and make his name known far beyond Queens. In 1971, Donald Trump officially took control of his father's company, renaming it the Trump Organization. This was the beginning of his transformation from a local developer into a global brand. While his father focused on middle-class housing, Trump aimed higher. He set his sights on Manhattan, the epicenter of wealth, power, and prestige. Manhattan in the 1970s was not the shining city it is today. It was struggling with crime, economic decline, and a lack of investment. But where others saw risk, Trump saw opportunity. One of his first major projects was the renovation of the Commodore Hotel, a struggling property near Grand Central Terminal. Through complex negotiations with the city, he secured tax breaks and partnered with the Hyatt Corporation. The result was the Grand Hyatt Hotel, a massive success that announced Trump's arrival on the big stage. This was only the beginning. In the following years, Trump embarked on a series of high-profile projects that would define his brand. Trump Tower, completed in 1983 on Fifth Avenue, became a symbol of luxury and ambition. With its gleaming glass facade and extravagant interiors, it was more than just a building, it was a statement. Trump wasn't just building properties, he was building a brand centered on wealth, power, and success. Throughout the 1980s, Trump expanded aggressively. He acquired casinos in Atlantic City, including the Trump Taj Mahal, which he once called the eighth wonder of the world. He bought luxury properties, yachts, and even an airline. His name became synonymous with opulence. He appeared on magazine covers, hosted lavish events, and cultivated an image of unstoppable success. But beneath the surface, cracks were beginning to form. The early 1990s brought a severe financial downturn, and Trump found himself deeply in debt, billions of dollars. His casinos struggled, his airline failed, and his empire teetered on the edge of collapse. At one point, analysts predicted that his career was over. He was labeled as reckless, over-leveraged, and finished. Yet this is where the story takes an unexpected turn. Instead of disappearing, Trump fought back. Through a series of negotiations with banks, he restructured his debts and managed to stay afloat. He sold off assets, cut losses, and slowly rebuilt his financial position. It wasn't a glamorous comeback, it was gritty, calculated, and relentless. By the late 1990s and early 2000s, Trump had re-emerged but with a new strategy. He shifted focus from owning everything to licensing his name. The Trump brand became a global symbol, appearing on hotels, golf courses, and real estate developments around the world. This approach reduced risk while maximizing visibility and profit. Then came a moment that would redefine his public image entirely. In 2004, Trump became the host of the reality TV show The Apprentice. The show was a massive success, introducing him to a new generation. His catchphrase, "You're fired," became iconic. Millions of viewers watched as contestants competed for a chance to work for him. Through television, Trump wasn't just a businessman anymore. He was a celebrity, a personality, and a cultural figure. For many, this could have been the peak of his career, but Trump had something else in mind. For years, he had flirted with politics, occasionally hinting at presidential runs, but few took these ideas seriously. He was seen as an outsider, someone from entertainment rather than governance. That perception would soon change dramatically. In 2015, Donald Trump announced his candidacy for President of the United States. Standing in Trump Tower, he delivered a speech that would ignite one of the most unconventional political campaigns in history. He spoke directly, often controversially, and refused to follow traditional political norms. Many dismissed his campaign as a publicity stunt. Political experts, media outlets, and even members of his own party doubted him. But Trump had a unique connection with a large segment of the American population. His message resonated with voters who felt overlooked, frustrated, and eager for change. Against all odds, he won the Republican nomination. The 2016 election was one of the most intense and polarizing in U.S. history. Trump faced former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton in a battle that captured global attention. Despite predictions that he would lose, Trump defied expectations once again. On November 8, 2016, Donald Trump was elected the 45th President of the United States. The victory shocked the world. As president, Trump implemented policies focused on tax cuts, deregulation, and reshaping international trade agreements. His administration was marked by bold decisions, constant media attention, and deep political divisions. Supporters praised his direct approach and economic policies, while critics challenged his rhetoric and leadership style. His presidency was anything but quiet. From immigration debates to international negotiations, from economic reforms to impeachment proceedings, Trump remained at the center of national and global conversations. He used social media, particularly Twitter, as a direct line to the public, bypassing traditional media channels. In 2020, Trump faced re-election amid a global pandemic, economic uncertainty, and widespread social unrest. The election was fiercely contested, and he ultimately lost to Joe Biden. For many leaders, this would mark the end, but not for Donald Trump. After leaving office, he remained a dominant force in American politics. He continued to hold rallies, influence public discourse, and maintain a loyal base of supporters. His presence never faded. If anything, it grew stronger. Then came another twist in the story. In 2024, Trump ran for president again and won. This made him one of the very few individuals in U.S. history to serve non-consecutive presidential terms. It was a comeback that few could have predicted, reinforcing the central theme of his life: resilience in the face of adversity. Trump's journey is not a simple story of success. It is a complex narrative filled with highs and lows, victories and defeats, admiration and criticism. He has built skyscrapers and faced bankruptcies, dominated television, and reshaped politics. What makes his story remarkable is not just the scale of his achievements, but the persistence behind them. Time and time again, he has faced situations that would have ended most careers, and yet he found ways to return, reinvent, and rise again. Whether one views him as a hero, a controversial figure, or something in between, there is no denying that Donald Trump has left an indelible mark on American history. His life is a testament to ambition, unfiltered, relentless, and unapologetic. And perhaps that is why his story continues to captivate millions around the world. Because at its core, it asks a powerful question.
How far can one person go if they refuse to give up?